Hey guys, what's going on? Okay, this is what hey guys, hey Jay Blake, hey Analytical One, what's going on? Okay, guys. I've got this on Real Talk Bougie right now, but I want to run this pretty much on OSIP. So I came on both channels so that I could give a heads up. So if you click in here, you need to come over to the other channel because um it just makes more sense. So is anybody, let's see. Let me get the link where we're gonna be at because I'm just only gonna keep this on Real Talk Bougie for like a little bit. Okay. Does that make sense? Actually maybe and I can roll this over to okay, that makes sense. Hey everybody. Okay. Has anybody seen what's been going on tonight? So uh hold on. So that's the baby mom. She done came out the closet, y'all. That's the one, that's the mom of the two little kids. And the name is out here. Evelyn has been dropping papers. I just don't know if it's safe to say the kids' names because they're minors. So whenever he uses it, I'll use it. Um, but the two, he's got one older child and then he's got two back to back. The one that he left Jennifer for, this is her. This is Natalia right here. She's out the bushes. She's on Instagram, dropping her TT. So we're gonna go over there. She's just getting started. She did two videos and she just dropped some text messages. Sis is with the shit. So I was like, hey, why not? It's she is not happy with him right now. Okay, so we're gonna get into it. Let me roll this over. If you're on Real Talk Bougie, hold on because it's gonna roll you over to OSIP. I just wanted to make sure because we talked about it earlier. You guys were like, yeah, I want to, a few people mentioned they wanted the girl. Yeah, it may as well, right? Um Also they went on YouTube acting up maybe a few days ago. So if we have time, we'll do that one too. But the Instagram live that he did, girl, his auntie got on there. It was a whole mess. So get your snack. Okay, just get your snack. Let me fix this real quick. Um let me let me fix this. If you're not subscribed to OSIP, make sure you're subscribed over there. I'm getting ready to roll this over to OSIP. So you probably, if you're already in the chat, you don't have to do anything. It's gonna roll you right over. So we're gonna get into it in just a second, okay? Um Let me just now let me see. Okay. Can I do that right now? Okay. 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 I think earlier when I tried to roll you guys, I didn't hit save, so I messed it up. Anyway, okay, guys, welcome to the live. This is Christian Gold's baby mom. She says he owes her a lot in child support. He needs to stop playing with the people. And you see, she hashtagged all these things. This is her TikTok channel, and he went live because he's pissed because he's like, and now folk going live on TikTok. Lambo, y'all. It's this time of night. They're chewing on rawhide bones, and he's just laying there staring at her. He already devoured his, but he wants hers, of course, right? Hold on a second. I'm gonna roll this over. Okay, so if you're on Real Talk Bougie, you're gonna roll into OSIP, and I'll see you guys over there. If you happen to click on this and you are not in the live, I'm going to drop the link into the chat so you can click if it's not rolling afterwards. Okay. All right. Okay. So this is where we're going to be. You can click on it and go on over there. Let's see. How do I stop it on? Okay. I'm just going to end the stream over here. We'll see. We'll see if it ends. Okay. I'll see you guys over on OSIP. Okay. That ended that. Okay, guys, give me just a second. I just want to make sure everything is good. Okay. Are you guys here? If you are, okay. Let's see. All right, let's get into it. So, this is, we'll start with her because this is Natalia. And Natalia is Christian's baby mom. She went on TikTok and started talking about Christian. She's pissed because she's like, basically, you're lying. You owe your kids money. Stop playing around. Stop pretending that everything is all good. It's not. You owe your kids money. You owe me money. This is not a joke.
That you think that you can go into somebody's house.
Wait, you could be the winner.
My issue with people is that you think that you can go into somebody's house, build a relationship, get close to those people, and then walk the fuck out and throw a grenade in that bitch and light it on fire. And then you turn around and look back like you did nothing. You take no responsibility for what you've done to cause chaos in people's lives. That's my issue that I have. Because if we really want to talk about it, we have receipts, text messages, conversations showing where you have disrupted the peace in people's homes. That's why you owe people money. You owe your own children money. You owe your own children so much back pay because you don't take responsibility for what you're supposed to do as a father, as a businessman.
Okay.
That's why we're speaking up. So y'all can give zero fucks all you want.
People were saying that in the comment section that they look like brother and sister.
You could be the winner if you.
So get ready. Because yes, I am.
I guess she's on her Risatisa. I don't know.
I am taking care of these babies. And guess what? I want you to live your best life. Do what you want to do. Travel, see the world, live your best life. But stop causing chaos in other people's lives and not taking responsibility for what you have to do to fix it.
So she didn't say his names, but she puts on here, look, hold on. She puts on here Christian Gold, Jennifer Williams, Basketball Wives, Scammers, Mother of Children, Christian Walden. She's not playing, okay?
So get ready. Because yes, I am mama. I am taking care of these babies. And guess what? I want you to live your best life. Do what you want to do. Travel, see the world, live your best life. But stop causing chaos in other people's lives and not taking responsibility for what you have to do to fix it. Fix it. Stop not paying people back. Stop ignoring the fact that you owe child support. Stop pretending like, oh, life is so grand and we're rich and we have all this money and we're just living our best lives and we don't care what we're doing to everybody else. We're just la 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 la, just fuck everybody. We're living our best life. Okay, keep living your best life, but guess what? We're coming for you. We're coming for you because you still owe money. You still need to take responsibility, and if you don't want to do it, we're going to make you.
Okay. So that's where she's at right now. And then she dropped this. Hold on. Okay, let me take off the Law and Order music because I know it's not you know what I'm saying, girl. That'll be a problem. Okay. So she just dropped these receipts like, I don't know, 20 minutes ago because he just got off of a live. Now, what these receipts mean, I don't know. I almost feel like we could read these later because I don't feel like she's going to take these down. I almost feel like this is more time sensitive because, Jennifer cares about her image and he's probably only going to leave it up but for so long. So let's look at this first and get this out the way. Because his auntie came, she threatened Evelyn, she threatened our girl. Is that legal, Miss Attorney Simone Redwine? She talked about the baby mama. I mean, they went in on the whole entire list of the people they got beef with, and let's go. I was like, oh, this is my type of live when you want to go and check all the, girl, the fake auntie. Well, she's not a fake auntie. She is the wife of his uncle. So she's not necessarily a fake auntie. She's just the lady that your uncle married. You know what I'm saying?
What's good, people? What's goody? What's goody?
I hate
I'm gonna
when
get
people
started
say
in a
what's
second.
goody.
Because I want everyone to hear this. I'm gonna allow everybody to get on the live. You can share it with your friends, your cousins,
Okay.
your boyfriend, your girlfriend, whoever you want to share it with. But it's time for me to address, because I don't do all the social media back and forth. I am an adult and I don't do kid games, but
Okay.
I don't even go live on here. I mostly go live on my YouTube, but it's time for me to address some things, because there's been some things on the internet, and most recently, what you guys probably saw on the blogs,
I'm
it's
gonna
a
take a seat in a
situation going
minute. I'm
on
gonna go
with
get a
me and the
water.
mother of my kids. So, with that being said, yeah, it's time for me to speak up. So, like I said,
So let me tell you guys this too. If you guys have been paying attention, we'll get into that live tomorrow if you want to. Some of this, like more personal stuff, we'll do over here. If they throw his ass back in court again, it'll be on Real Talk Bougie. But this baby mama drama stuff and all that, well, this will just live over here. I'm sure you follow me for that. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay. But Evelyn has been dropping his child support papers with the kids' names. I don't know if it had the social security numbers on it or not, but I was like, Evelyn was basically doxing. But I mean, hey, okay. So they're going at it. They have like several beefs going on right now. It's a lot. So I guess he felt like he needed to get on here and speak for himself. I don't know. Also, look, we could just be caught up in some damn Basketball Wives. Let's get some reunion stuff going. So Evelyn has been exposing him for non-payment of child support, that he's a bum, he's a scammer, he's got a RICO lawsuit. She's coming with the receipts to Basketball Wives to basically trash Christian, which is not hard, okay? So that's what Evelyn's doing. What's her beef with Jennifer? Baby, I don't know, because I have not been watching this season. One of you guys could tell me better. But Evelyn is dropping all of like the YouTube streets receipts as far as like the RICO lawsuit, everything that like Simone had dropped, and all of the things that happened last year going back and forth to court. His domestic violence case, which is not with the same woman. All kinds of stuff, right? Evelyn's dropping all the receipts. He's also battling with his baby mom for child support. I think she could be slow walking a few things, because I wouldn't want my kids over at Jennifer Williams' house either. You know what I'm saying? So that's probably an issue. Um, and then the aunt gets on there and starts talking about a blogger girl. Is that legal? I'm sure you guys all know Simone. He just a mess, a mess. So this live, they talk about a lot. And I was surprised that he reposted it after, because girl, I was over there just screen recording. And then he went ahead and posted. So I want to try to not interrupt too much. and let it play. But you know, I'll chime in here and there, but let's just play. It's almost about an hour, but we gonna do our best, right?
And share this live. I'm gonna get right into it in like 2
I did it in vertical because sometimes when we do it the long way, it just doesn't work as well. So
minutes.
here we go.
Yeah. For all the supporters, listen, we rock with y'all. For all the haters, we rock with y'all too. One thing I won't tolerate is inappropriate comments. I guess I can say the haters are going to hate, but the inappropriate comments, you will be blocked from this live very quick with a quickness.
Like he's running something, okay? Girl. He acting like he is really running something.
Can you hear me? Yeah, for sure. Because yeah, it's
Jennifer and they're trying to cook dinner.
Because to be completely honest, I actually want to be on child support so we can stop the back and forth. So yeah. My issue too is
let me just say he's the type that he's going to use some of Jennifer's money. He's going to get a couple of her checks together, and then he's going to make that lady's life miserable. I don't blame her for wanting her child support, but just be careful, because this is the type of ninja who gonna make you visit your kids. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. To me, spiteful feminine men, baby, you gotta be careful with those feminine type men with a wife with deep pockets. Okay.
Just posted a video on my stories last week about a mom. She had her son's father over. Maybe it was the daughter. I don't know. Daughter or son. The father was over. And I'm not saying that we got to be best friends, but it was just a maturity in the relationship.
Jennifer gonna make sure her wife has what he needs, right? Okay. And Jennifer might want to be a mom. Jennifer wants to soft life it and have the full wife experience. And what better way than to have 2 young children? And you know what I'm saying, girl, be careful.
You know what I mean? Like, things didn't work out, but just because things didn't work out doesn't mean that you try to harm the lives. Harm my life or talk bad about the father of your children. To all the people that see what the blogs put out, they only put out certain things. But now I'm here to tell you the true story. And also, I will be filming on our YouTube, and I will be posting all of the receipts.
Okay, bring the
because
receipts.
Come on both sides.
We love a good receipt.
So there is currently no child support order.
Girl, Jennifer's wife.
There's no child support order.
Christian's husband is going to make sure that he has the best lawyers to fight this child support case. Okay.
I've been waiting on a child support order so we can continue to do things.
Sit down.
As the court puts in place, because once the court puts it in place, neither one of us want to back out of that.
Let me go get a bottle of water, y'all.
There becomes legal consequences, right? Neither one of us want that. Damn sure not me, because I've dealt with enough legal consequences in my past. Somebody said, "Let's see your shirt." It's my wife on my shirt. That's gonna make him even more mad. It's my wife on my shirt, actually. Valentine's Day gift. Sis, what's good? Chantel, what's good? Welcome to the live. Also, it was posted on the blogs by Evelyn that I skipped court twice. I've been to court multiple times in regarding child support, right? I've been to court, right? I also went to court for abandonment charge because she claimed that there was abandonment, okay? You cannot get locked up for abandonment if there is no child support order. So everyone on this live, I want you to understand something. What you see on the internet is all fabricated, right? It could be true. Some of it could be true, but it's not the full thing. It's not the full spruce of everything, right? They show you what they want to show you so they can create drama. Right?
Who's gonna create drama?
I don't come on this thing and speak like that. You see my feed. I post positivity. I inspire. That's what I've been doing, right? Now, let's get into the nitty gritty. We got almost 200 people on here. Let's get into the nitty gritty. So in 2020,
Give him his crown.
my children's mother, my daughter and my son, we start dating. Really more so toward the end of 2019, right before the pandemic, we start dating. Things were good, of course. Things are always good at first in most relationships. Sometimes they don't stay that way. And I'm not saying everything should be perfect, but things were great. And of course, the relationship, it took its toll. I don't know what postpartum feels like. I'm not here to talk bad on my children's mother because I don't know what postpartum feels like. I don't know what women have to deal with internally when it comes to hormones. I don't know, right? I can only be there to support, right? But also having to navigate my own life, right? My own life traumas and my own life experiences. I was showing up for myself, but also trying to show up for my kid's mother as well. That turned out to be toxic. There was a lot of insecurities involved, of course, with her thinking I'm dealing with other women when I really wasn't. I was really just a stay-at-home dad, living a private life.
According to the lady, I mean, what was said, he wasn't even bringing home any money. Like he said he was just a stay-at-home dad. How do you have the luxury to be a stay-at-home dad with 2 newborns? And then you go over to the restaurant, you're over there at Nobu. What are you doing at Nobu with no job? What are you doing at Nobu with no job and a boo and 2 babies? Meeting Jennifer, who's ready for, girl, single and ready to mangle, okay?
And that's all I cared about was just being home, running my business, and making sure my kids were taken care of.
Okay.
That got toxic to the point where I wasn't going to bring
not
this
cheap,
up.
absolutely.
But I was actually physically abused, and I could have pressed charges.
So, girl. So now he's going in. Look, we're not going to get into it tonight, but Sir says he is a victim of domestic violence. Even though he was arrested for felony battery and kidnapping and some other things. Now, what he got convicted, I'll have to go back and look at his jacket to see exactly what his conviction was. But baby, now post a 10-year prison sentence, which he did get out early. He gets into a relationship with this lady. Hold on. He gets into a relationship with this lady, and now you want to tell the world that she was victimizing you? She done beat your ass. And maybe that's true, because I'm not in a position. I'm not a detective, but Sir is now letting us know that he is a victim of domestic violence. Okay. Just to get y'all caught up. If you're just now coming in, Christian is dropping his own tea. He says he was a victim. Okay.
Charges.
Girl.
I could have pressed. See, this is the thing that men don't come out and talk about. We're told to shut the fuck up, right? And not talk about it.
You get told to shut the fuck up when you're not paying the bills. Okay. That's probably more like what happened. You thought you were going to be a stay-at-home dad with 2 infants. Baby, what?
I was actually physically abused, which I actually have on video, right? Because because here's the thing about domestic disputes, whether it's the male or the female. Typically, if the male is causing some type of force or inflicting any type of physical suffering or injury on a woman or a female, the cops get called. No matter if you have bruises, marks, whatever, the man gets locked up. He gets put into custody. I could have been that person and said, you know what? This is physical assault. I could call the police and get you locked up. But no, I didn't do that because at the end of the day,
who was going to take care of the babies? You're not stupid. So she was physically assaulting you. You had a 1-year-old and a 2-month-old. And you could have had her locked up. I wonder what. Okay, so who was going to take care of the 2 babies when she had the paycheck and you were a stay-at-home dad? Can you make it make sense? You going to send the breadwinner to jail? What you going to do?
I don't wish it on anybody. And number 2, I would not do that to the mother of my kids. So what I did was I said, you know what? I'm going to leave. It took everything in me. I'm going to be
I'm
completely
gonna go
transparent.
leave.
It
I'm
took
gonna go
everything in
meet up
me
with this girl I just
not
met at Nobu.
to go off. But I said, you know what? I'm going to leave. And even before that transpired, we were already in a place of like, this is just not going to work out.
You just had 2 babies back to back. You just got this girl pregnant back to back, and it's just not working out. And it happens to coincide when your friend introduces you to Jennifer Williams at Nobu.
Yes, we can coexist. We can stay in the same place, whatever. But I'm going to be in and out. You do you. I'm going to make sure I come back. I spend time with my children. At that time, they were super, super young. My daughter was only 2 months old when this situation occurred. My son was 1 year old, right? So I'm at the point where I'm just like, you know what? I'm going to do my thing. I'm going to leave, whatever. Come in and out, come in and out.
Y'all, he's one Jennifer. He is the president of the Jennifer Williams fan club. That's what that tells me. It's like a 80s or like an 80s style rock shirt. You know what I mean? It's cute. I mean, it's not a bad shirt. Whatever. But yeah, he's president of her fan club.
And that resulted in me moving on, right? Things get toxic, but guess what? People move on. It doesn't mean that you hold me by a carrot or you hold me by a string and say, okay, since you wanted to leave, because on the video that surfaced online just a few minutes ago, it said that I got up and I just left.
So he's pissed about this. If you're just now coming in, let me rerun this for you real quick so you have a context, and then we'll pick back up with this video, okay? Let's go here. Okay? He's mad. This is what he's salty about, okay? This is baby mama. This is Natalia.
Is that you think that you can go into somebody's house, build a relationship, get close to those people, and then walk.
So she doesn't really mention his name, but you see she hashtagged everybody.
The fuck out and throw a grenade in that bitch and light it on fire. And then you turn around and look back like you did nothing. You take no responsibility for what you've done to cause chaos in people's lives. That's my issue that I have. Because if we really want to talk about it, we have receipts, text messages, conversations showing where you have disrupted the peace in people's homes. That's why you owe people money. You owe your own children money. You owe your own children so much back pay because you don't take responsibility for what you're supposed to do as a father, as a businessman. That's why we're speaking up. So y'all can give 0 fucks all you want.
You know you could be the...
So get ready. Because yes, I am mama. I am taking care of these babies. And guess what? I want you to live your best life. Do what you want to do. Travel, see the world, live your best life. But stop causing chaos in other people's lives and not taking responsibility for what you have to do to fix it. Fix it. Stop not paying people back. Stop ignoring the fact that you owe child support. Stop pretending like, oh, life is so grand and we're rich and we have all this money and we're just living our best lives and we don't care what we're doing to everybody else. We're just la, 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 just fuck everybody. We're living our best life. Okay, keep living your best life. But guess what? We're coming for you. We're coming for you because you still owe money. You still need to take responsibility. And if you don't want to do it, we're going to make you.
So apparently he saw that video and I guess it made him go live. He decided to go live. Okay. So we all caught up now.
That's actually not the truth.
And then notice the name of his Instagram. He keeps changing his Instagram and now it's called 0 fucks. Okay. So he's very much, I don't know what's going on. What in the lack of masculine energy, and why are you concerned? Like, if anything, pay the lady her money so she can take care of these children and go on about her life. But, you know, clearly that's an issue.
I never just got up and left. Actually, I tried to work it out. I try to work things out because I never wanted my children to have a broken household. No one wants that, right? But I'm not the only person on this live going through this. There's other fathers. There's also mothers too. This is not just a one-sided thing where it's, oh, woe is me. I don't come out and talk about this. I never do. I don't even go live. I barely even talk on my Instagram, right? But this is time where I have to break silence because I'm sick and tired of these stupid ass blogs coming up with these narratives, right? And making the thing one-sided, right? So I said, okay, I'm not going to be labeled as a deadbeat because I'm not. Did my children receive support financially? Most definitely. Was her rent paid? Most definitely. Were her bills paid? Most definitely. Because I have documentation, I have receipts as well.
I don't believe that.
Have they spent time over here with me and Jennifer? Most definitely. Has Jennifer ever got to communicate with them? Most definitely. So the biggest thing for me is you go online, you bring social media into this. When all in all, at the end of the day, everyone
He doesn't
has
even
their
know
own
what to
problems anyway.
say.
Social media doesn't care.
He probably caught himself for a second thinking like, this is whack as hell.
About social media does not care about what you have going on in your household.
Yes, we do. You got that wrong. Of course we care. We love receipts. And if you want to drag your household, you want to drag your baby mother, baby, and you want to go live and talk about it, we're going to be here to listen to you pour your heart out. Absolutely. Of course we care for the moment until the next live, right? Of course we care.
At all.
All
they're going to comment, they're going to give their opinion, and then guess what? You're still going to have to deal with it. Has court been continued
we care,
every
we
30 days? Yes, it has. I get a notice.
We care about the court case. We care about the child support. We care about you getting arrested. We care about you lying about, you know, taking us to Paris, making us think you got married that whole entire weekend. But really and truly, baby, you guys got married at a cheap wedding chapel on the Las Vegas Strip. And you know I got the receipt. Okay? I done got the receipt on that one.
In the mail or
okay,
via
we
email.
nosy.
From the Attorney General that's with Department of Human Services or whatever.
Attorney General.
Every 30 to 60 days saying, hey, it's been extended. You know why it's being extended? Because I sent over my financial documents, which I'm supposed to do, because what they do with the child support case is they develop something called a spreadsheet or a worksheet, right?
Wait, they developed this new magic called a spreadsheet. There's some innovation in tracking. It's called a spreadsheet, and they use it to track our money.
Something called a worksheet. And from there, they get the father's income and they also get the mother's income.
He's so dumb. Oh my God.
Father's income, the mother's income. I sent my income. It took my children's mother months for the income to be sent. It was never sent just until recently, actually.
15 minutes.
Right? So now I'm at a place where I'm like, okay, now maybe this train can get moving. Maybe we can get something going, right? Because once we get this on paper, once we get this documented, a judge signs off on it, the amount is set. Now, unfortunately, the county that I reside in, that does not tie into visitation.
He's just trying to get his life together.
Father, complete transparency. I know that they're my children, right? But I did a paternity test. I did a DNA test because I wanted that to be documented, right? And I wanted it to be in the court system. So once child support order is set, then we can move forward with the legitimization side and saying, hey, this is visitation, whether you get them every other weekend, you get them every other month, however it is, however it works out. But the stigma online is you don't see your kids or you haven't sent me a dime. when record and documentation shows that I was sending you over at the time.
I know. Look, Jennifer, let me tell you something, honey. You better be careful what you wish for, because them kids going to be cussing you out. They're going to give you a hard time. You pull their hair too tight, their mom is going to come over there and drop kick you. Baby, you better be careful how you handle other women's children. And you know what I'm saying? Like, these are little kids. They're going to give you the business. Okay. They
over
will.
$2,000 a month for that at that time, a 3 and a 2-year-old. They're not in school. You're a stay-at-home mom. Over $2,000 a month.
Is that supposed to be a lot of money? $2,000 a month?
And still, can I see the kids? It becomes a thing of, oh yeah, most definitely. You can come get them. You guys can spend time with them. It becomes something like it's like playing tug of war, because one week you're good, and then the next week your hormones are all over the place, and then now, oh, you can't see them. Fathers deal with this all the time with single moms because they're bitter. And the bitterness did not.
Can we go back to you being a victim of domestic violence? Because you just kind of dropped that and scurried away from that. And then you picked up on the, oh, woe was me, the challenges of the man who makes babies and just can't handle what he created, walks away, and then leaves the lady financially strapped. And then he hits the lotto and finds himself a rich chick who wants to subsidize his lifestyle and believe all of his stories. I'm just,
not start until I got married, right? Because even before Jennifer and I got married, we were trying to work it out. We said we were going to meet up and we were going to establish a written agreement, because when you have a written agreement outside the court, you can go through mediation, you can have a written agreement, you can have an attorney deal with it, you can get it signed off, you can get it notarized. And guess what? That is the agreement. The father agrees to pay this and see them on this day. And the mother has her side of the agreement as well. We went back and forth for months about this agreement. Okay, I landed back in town from a trip. Are we going to meet up face to face so we can come up with this agreement? Because I'm tired of this back and forth. We're not going to do this back and forth no more. Let's get something set in stone and let's stick to the agreement for the betterment of the children. This is not about us anymore. This is about them. And it's sad because we can't co-parent for the health of them. Because at the end of the day, no matter how young a kid is, they see this, they feel this more than anything. And then they grow into yet another trauma.
It's the pausing for me. It's the pausing for me.
Married. Do you not understand how many times I try to wrap this up well before even proposing? Forget getting married. Well, and here's the thing, which you have to understand. We had an agreement, but was it written and notarized? No, it wasn't. And guess what? Even after she filed child support first time on my birthday last year, June 18th.
So is it relevant that she filed it on your birthday? This is the deal. They live in Georgia. I think they live in Georgia. If they live in Georgia, and the only reason why I know this is because I've seen a couple of cases, if you have not legitimized your children, if you have not you're not on the birth certificate, you have not legitimized and basically got the affidavit signed that you are claiming these children as your own. You went ahead and did the DNA. It's positive. They're your kids. Your name should be on their birth certificates. They are legally legitimized. Then you have rights as a father. Until they are legitimized, sir, you don't have any rights. You just don't. You have to be legitimized as the actual father. And that's your fault that your kids are 2 and 3 years old and they're not legitimized. He could have probably gone to sign those papers and legitimize those kids a long time ago. So what are you complaining about? That's on you, sir. Claim your babies. You claim your babies, and in the eyes of the law, then you have something to stand on. Right now, you just a random ass baby daddy with no legal rights because you are not legitimized, complaining on the internet looking slow.
On my birthday last year, June 18th. Let me share the photo. On my birthday.
Get the photo.
Photos don't lie.
Oh my.
On my birthday, 6/18/20.
On my birthday. Okay, we'll have to come back to these receipts. Let me take a screenshot. Okay. Let me try not to mess this up. I'm going to take a screenshot though, so we get all our receipts in case they decide to take this down. You know how we do.
2024. Documents don't lie.
Yes, new rant.
She wrote a letter because she said, no, we don't have to do this in court. I was completely fine about doing this in court because I was like, listen, like I said from the start, we can do this in court and we can get this.
I wish she would take that ID off
we
the
could
screen.
Get this set in stone. I would no longer pursue this case and I ask again that all action ceased.
I'm just going to put this overlay while he's got this ID and stuff on the thing because clearly he doesn't care about, you know what I'm saying? Like, girl, that could get dicey. Why is he laying out this girl's ID all up on the all up on the thing?
This didn't come from me. I didn't beg mercy from the judge or from the clerk of court. This came from my children's mother. Yes, the document was notarized. Yes, her ID was attached to it. This document is safe because she no longer lives at that address. I don't throw people's addresses out there, by the way.
Okay.
I don't do that because I don't stoop that low.
The shade.
Like, do we have to keep going? Hold on, because I don't like. I gotta. Sometimes you gotta break silence. Let me go to a different document. This is her company, Hall School of Investments, right? Very seldom I would do Cash App. Very seldom I would do Venmo. Like
he's got a damn phone number on the
screen in a certain way. Every month, like clockwork. And look at the date because I'm going to show you more than one screenshot.
Okay,
yeah,
this is what we're going to do.
Social media.
Hold on a second. Let me get a screenshot. Girl, I'm going to get a screenshot and I'll post these in the broadcast channel. I mean, he's putting it out, baby, and not me, but I can't, you know what I mean? The phone, he's got stuff showing. So when he's dropping these receipts, I'm going to cover them just for protection purposes because I don't know if this lady knows this man is putting out all her business or not. Okay.
Yes. But when a woman air a man out, y'all don't have nothing to say. Get him, sis. Like, come on now. It's like is
that his impersonation of females? Get him, sis.
At this point, it's a double-edged sword.
He deserves a smack.
Let me choose a different one. That was January. But what about February?
What month is that from?
What about hold on. And on
I'm just going to say conveniently, this says February something, 20 something. He sent her $2,200, but that might have been a long time ago. Shay B, thank you for supporting all of this time. Okay, thank you, boo. Get him, sis. Thank you, boo. I appreciate you, hun.
On top of this, not only was I sending this like
all the screenshots will be in the broadcast channel on Real Talk Bougie. I'll drop them in there, okay?
Clockwork. What about March?
Okay,
What about March?
March 2024.
What about April?
Is that 2024? That's 2024. $2,200. 2024.
What about April?
What about it? That was a year ago.
Hold on. Time out. Whoever Yakio is, we're at the end of May. We're talking last year before child support was filed for.
Okay.
And also then dismissed because I'm showing you documents from her sending me invoices. But what you're not seeing is all of the side payments I sent her. Like I said, I don't send over $500 via Cash App. Most business people wouldn't know that though. Right?
He's trying to be cute. Stop it, Christian.
Okay,
My God.
let's go to May. So the stigma of Christian not paying his child. Well, this is not even child support though. This was not sent to the Department of Human Services or whatever you want, the Department of Child Support, whatever it is, the DCS. I don't know what it's called, right? This was sent basically as a father who gives a fuck, right? Now, for all of you saying, oh, it's 2025, guess what? This ended when she decided to take it to court because my attorney at the time said everything ceases until we get a child support order in place. Now, do I want to continue to provide financially for my children aside from seeing them? Most definitely. But here's another thing. I don't have a phone number. I also don't have an address. We don't know where she lives. When we went to the court because she filed for abandonment, guess what? The judge said I have no jurisdiction over this because there's no child support order. I was also sent a cease and desist from her. So what do you do when you get a cease and desist from somebody? Do you continue to push and push and push and then risk getting another charge, maybe stalking or harassment? Because I have that screenshot too.
Okay. Oh, I was like, okay, let's see what the screenshot says. But why you got your picture over the screenshot? And then he's got her whole government. He sent something. He's got his picture. Parenting time. Please respect this process and adhere to the court's guidance as we work towards a resolution that serves the best interests of the children. Christian Walden. Once again, I must address your ongoing attempts to communicate, include recent messages such as I'm asking a simple question and you continue to answer with a bitter response. This is an unwanted communication, and I am now formally requesting for the text for the last time that you cease all contact. There has been no visitation since May. As stated previously, the outcome regarding the children will be determined by the courts. Thank you for respecting this boundary. Baby, I don't know. Girl, this is drama. This is why, like, the man had already had one child with one woman. What made you think to go and do back to back with another woman? You already messed up one time. Then you found another one to give you two more. You back to back, and then coincidentally, you meet Jennifer one day when your friend who slings drinks at Nobu introduced you to this, this lady that comes and sits in there for hours. And you know what I'm saying? Now all of a sudden it's like, bye, sis. Have fun taking care of the kids.
For the record, I haven't seen my children since May of last year.
Well,
she sent the court. This is where it becomes it's become frustrating for the court as well. You send a court a letter, like I showed you guys, to cease this because you're no longer pursuing this, and you and the child's father want to work out something outside of court. And then you go back again to file child support. This has now become like ping pong. It's like back and forth. With me as a father, I want to be on this. I've sent my documents to the attorney general that's over this case that works for the Department of Child Services. I've sent everything. And I can't control if I get a continuation date every 30 to 60 days. I can't control that. Right? I can't. So, yeah, I'm answering questions. For someone asked me if I'm answering questions. No. You're 100% right. Nothing has to be proven, but when do I get on here and try to prove myself? There's been multiple things.
The funny thing to me is you notice how Jennifer, like as soon as he posted it, baby, she went immediately to go like his post. Oh my God, I love your post, babe. I love you dragging your baby mom. I'm going to go ahead and like your post.
You can't go to court and fight for your kids if the mother doesn't show up. You forgot about that?
You heard her go to
The father gets chastised if he doesn't show up, but if the mother doesn't show up and doesn't want to cooperate with the courts, then it's hey, yay, keep dragging it, sis. Keep dragging it.
Oh my God, he's weaponizing sis. He's just mad because he's
I don't think you understand how child support works for the person that said take her to court to see your kids. Maybe you just got on the live. I don't know.
I mean, just send the money. Just send the money. Just send the money. That way nobody can say anything, but it shouldn't have to be like I need to get my visitation if I'm spending money. You made those kids. Send the money. Send the money.
I can't.
I thought he was rich
you gotta
too.
understand. I can't. I don't live in the head and the mind of human beings and why they're so bitter and why they act the way they act. I have nothing against the mother of my children. This was once a person I had a romantic relationship with. This is a person that is the mother of my kids. See, the difference between me and them is I don't have to talk down on other people to make me feel good, right? I don't. Family court is very stressful. It's very stressful in the Black community because we put it on social media. White people deal with this thing totally different.
Girl, you know that gets on my nerves. That dog whistle of Black people, of us, okay, how some of us love to put other folk on a they do it better pedestal when, baby, there are people out here that will give you 2 pops to the noggin, set up a funeral, and baby be done with it. Okay, stop playing. Don't get up here and put anybody on a high horse talking about they do it better. I watch enough Law and Crime for 10 people, and baby, I've seen how these divorce cases and child custody cases go. Okay, there are some people out here doing the absolute most. Okay, of all races, spaces, ethnicities, and all of the things. Stop playing. Stop trying to. I just hate, like, it's so annoying when people, try to use, like, it's like the gaslight reverse black card or something. Like, we're such bad people because wait till he starts talking about investing. We don't know how to invest. Well, how the fuck did you learn how to invest? You know what I'm saying? I've never been to prison. Why don't you tell us about that? You know what I'm saying? Tell us something about what you really know about. Tell us what it's like to be a baby daddy that don't have his
Rika
kids.
Joseph, all right? Every county, every city, state, whatever is different. When you are, I can request visitation rights, but I had to take the steps, which takes time. If I take a DNA test, I know that they're my kids. They're my children, right? I can't deny them. And I won't deny them. But you have to take steps. You don't just walk in court saying, hey, I'm requesting visitation. You have to take the steps. You have to prove paternity. And then guess what happens? The mother then has to take the test as well, along with the children. Do you know how much time went by from when I did my
Look, she probably realized, like, oh shit, he's really married to this woman. She's got a cute coin, and maybe I could get tricked out my kids. You know what I'm saying? And she's gonna have them over there in damn Allure magazine for a photo shoot. You know what I'm saying? I birthed these kids. I've been running through the mud to take care of them, dealing with this little whack ass $2,000 check he thinks he's doing something sending. And then this chick is gonna help him get, level up and give him, part of her cute coins. And then she's going to be running my kids into photo shoots with Burberry outfits on, playing stepmama, and then trying to, you know what I'm saying, make me look bad. Okay? Someone probably told her, girl, you better slow down. That girl going to be playing mommy, and have your kids up on the blogs, have your kids up on Basketball Wives, have your kids in damn Essence magazine without you.
Test up until she decided to actually do the DNA test. Time went by. There's only so much that I can control. It doesn't take a year. Yes, it does. Apparently, and you're probably not on, you probably don't have a child support order. You probably don't know, actually don't know what you're talking about.
Let me tell you something. I am a whole entire mother, and I don't know anything about it and don't want to know anything about it. Okay. Won't know anything about it. But it doesn't take 3 years. I'm going to just say there's no way on God's green earth that it takes 3 years to legitimize your fatherhood with children. That should be a process that takes no time at all. I can't imagine why a mother would have to take a DNA test if they have a record of a live birth in the state where you're claiming to legitimize the babies. If she had a live birth in a hospital and the babies are hers, which I guess, we have to think of um in vitro and all of those things and surrogacies. So I guess maybe just as an additional layer to make sure that you guys are not claiming, legitimizing babies that could belong to other people because of things like surrogacy, like the complicated issues that we've kind of put into mother and fatherhood over the years. So maybe that's for there's no way that these kids belong to anyone else. I get it if they make the mom take the DNA test, but it still doesn't take no damn 3 years.
Show the emails from the lady. How she keep continuing the shit? Because homegirl don't want to show up.
No, the court's not backed up no more due to COVID. That's old news.
Well, even though he signed the birth certificate, that's fine, but he's still not legitimized. He's not legitimized. So maybe that's part of the problem. But weren't they doing child support in Georgia? So is she back in Baltimore now? Because they were doing it, wasn't it in Cobb County? They either had it in Cobb or DeKalb. I think it was in Cobb County or DeKalb, where they were doing the child support case. And this is what he's saying. So look,
the courts are actually in session. Like I said, we've been to court.
He could have legitimized himself as the father when those kids were born. The fact that they had a 1-year-old and a 2-month-old when they broke up is ridiculous, that he hadn't already legitimized his fatherhood. And now these kids are going on 3 and 2
for this
years old. She's in Baltimore now. Okay, because her case, the original case was in Cobb County, wasn't it? It was either in Cobb County or DeKalb. Maybe it was in Cobb. They had a child support case. So now it's in Baltimore, Altaria.
We've been to court once when it comes to me and the mother of my children. Now, I've been to court on my own more than one time, maybe 3. I think it's the third time I've been to court. Every time I get there, run around. Get there again, continuation. Get there again, continuation.
and you get the email the day before it's canceled.
I'll pin this. I can pin that. And the person that I just pinned is my uncle. Full transparency, my uncle went through this with his ex-wife. He went through this with his ex-wife. So me, and the way I play my cards, I'm going to bring someone, because I've never been through child support before. It's not that I'm scared of it. I'm receiving it, right? But I'm going to bring someone with me that knows and has been through the experience and can understand what's going on in the courts. I understand, like, listen, bitter people can be bitter people, but sometimes, one thing my uncle just told me, he said, sometimes you have to stoop down and you have to stoop to people's level. Because I don't always do this. Y'all know this. For the people that follow me, you know I don't do this. This is not my MO. It's not what I do. I have no reason to be better. Because at the end of the day, kids do grow up and then they understand the truth. So I don't give a damn what people saying on social media. All I give a damn about is how my kids feel, right? So the quicker we hurry this up, the quicker we can get to a point where they're good. And I hope that one day she'll find it in her heart to move on.
She needs to find peace. But the real question is, why do she keep delaying it? Like, when you have to go to court.
Jennifer, you're not, look, and I hate to say it like this because I don't want it to be offensive to women who are not mothers, who are awesome stepmothers, who parent really well, who partner with the real mom or the biological mom and do a wonderful job. And we're not talking about that, okay? Because we know that there's co-parenting relationships that are setting the bar and setting the example. We're talking about a situation where a woman got left by a bum who met a chick at the bar and decided to move on because sis had a cute coin and had some visibility and was kind of like a B-C list celebrity, right? And all of a sudden you find out that you got broken up with because sir is practicing male hypergamy, okay? He found himself a cute coin and somebody who was thirsty for a ninja, okay? And she liked him because he was as close to Chris Brown that she could get, okay? Now, that being said, I would not be running to sign any papers and let some other woman spend time with my kid, especially if I got done dirty. I'm sorry. Most of us women would feel that way. Men feel that way too. You think men want their kids spending time with some dude you met over to the bar? You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, people feel some type of way about, like, at one point it's like, okay, well, yeah, I do need the money, but damn, if I sign these papers, sis gonna be all up. Sis gonna be at bath time. Sis gonna be trying to braid my daughter's hair. Sis gonna be, now I'm gonna have to set up some parameters because I don't want my kids on the reality show. Like, it gets more complicated, right?
And
Jennifer needs to shut up. She really does. Like, this is something where she should just be making some steaks right now, getting the hibachi grill together and minding her business, because this is the type of situation that I would be pissed.
the court date is whatever. You know when the court date is. So why haven't you submitted your documents? Why is it every month, every 30 days is a continuation? If you want this to be done and over with, why do you keep extending it? Like, she literally has been doing this since last year, which is crazy. It's like, you want to be on child support so we could like wrap this up, but she keeps not doing what she's supposed to do, which is the problem.
She said she liked him because he looked like Chris Brown, y'all. I didn't make that up. That's what she said. That's what she said on Carlos King. He was giving Chris Brown and she was digging his vibe. Okay.
My question is why? If you want to jump on social media and make false accusations saying somebody owe you child support when there's no child support. Cool. Why don't you take your ass to the court when you're supposed to, so there can be an order, so you can actually pay it?
Jen, this is what you get for being thirsty. Okay. You're in this mess because you were thirsty, and this is what you get, baby. Okay. You done signed up for this mess. Okay. Thank you, Alteria. Thank you, boo. I appreciate you supporting, hun.
That's not rocket science. I talked to this woman.
She wants to fix everything so bad for her little wife. Okay.
And she act like she was, so, oh my God, I know, I want the kids to be over there spending time with you guys and blah, blah. It was a decent conversation. I wished her well. I told her, listen.
Yeah, we went over to her TikTok. We're going to go back to it. I saw she started dropping receipts. So we looked at that at the beginning, and as soon as this is over, we'll get back to it. I'm gonna try to stop interrupting because, girl, we could be all night on this one.
At some point, we're gonna probably have to have this conversation with whoever you decide to be with. Now, all of a sudden, and girl, stop tagging me in your photos because I don't owe you or anybody else shit. And before you do that, you need to read the Georgia law. I don't got nothing to do with this. I'm here as a supportive wife, but this is not my fight. So all that you tagging me, I'm living my best life. Girl, I was living my best life before I even knew of you, to be clear. Okay? So leave me out of it.
Why is she speaking all grimy like they have beef or something? You know what I mean? Like, all like, and you need to stop tagging me. And Jen, baby, sis, you're 50. Okay. Sir is 30, whatever, 30, girl, 32, 33, 34. I'll tell you, how old is he again? Girl, he's junior. Okay. And ma'am maybe could be your daughter. I don't know how old Miss Ma'am is, but baby, you look like you should really be cooking right now, or doing your nails, or upstairs, like going through your wigs, doing something fabulous instead of sitting at the breakfast bar with your wackadoodle husband trying to figure out why he hasn't paid some little kids child support and making life easier so his baby mama is not dragging him across the internet. Like, that's y'all slow over there. I don't even understand. As much as you guys run back and forth to Hermes and all of the things that you do, like, you guys could have paid this lady something that she would have been happy with. That seems like you guys pretend that that's like jeans and purse money. Okay. Is it really worth it? Like, is it really worth that you're spending shoe and purse money on dragging this lady and making her life miserable? Why don't you just cut the damn check?
And what they saying? Because I can't see that far.
See, Jen
If y'all
feels
saw us in the
special right
airport,
now.
What up? Y'all should have came. We were probably tired, but
But last night,
y'all saw us. Jennifer is very approachable. Y'all can come up to Jen and talk.
oh my God, I love everybody. I love everybody.
Anything for a storyline. I get it. We get it. We understand. Anything for a storyline. They're talking about your castmate. I don't even like saying her name no more because I don't even want that energy in the house.
Yeah, I mean, listen, it's like I'm definitely not wasting no breath talking about her because she's just gonna be who she is, and let's let her be who she is. That's clearly never gonna change because there's no.
Somebody said he's just a black man trying to bob by the court system. If he took matters to his own hands, he'd be locked up by now. The court system is crazy. Like I said, I've never been through child support before, but I've submitted all my documents.
Ben submitted them.
I've been did it.
Twice.
You and whoever it is that work for DFAX, and you keep coming here and saying it don't take a year. I don't think you're hearing, and I'm actually not going to repeat myself. I don't like to sound like a broken record.
Listen, that's not true, because one of my makeup artists in Georgia, and I'm not going to put her on blast, but she went through something similar with her baby daddy to get a passport, and it took 6 years. So this whole thing, it can be dragged on, but part of the problem with it being dragged on right now is because she hasn't done what she was supposed to do. And that's all we want her to do.
So they're talking, so they're talking about Evelyn. They're talking about Natalia. They're gonna talk about Simone. Like, they're just at because the auntie is gonna come on in a minute. So it's coming. Just hold on a second. They're trying to check all the boxes of everybody that got beef with right now.
Because honestly, we don't want to have to keep talking about this.
Jen, otherwise you guys wouldn't have a storyline. You'd rather talk about, this is what I know. They would rather talk about the child support. They'd rather talk about Evelyn as a castmate. They'd rather talk about what's going on the quote unquote bloggers, things like that. These little beefs they have, rather than talk about being scammers. Okay. They'd rather talk about that. And then also the lawsuit that they got going on and his investment situation. So they're going to pick and choose. This really is some deflection because they got so much going on. Trust me, she's probably happy to have some business to talk about.
Yo, Jen knows that I've been in a, I'll be honest, I don't.
It's an episode of For My Man. Absolutely.
2-3 days behind this bullshit. And no, it's not, I'm not speaking about, I'm talking about this situation, like this whole social media bullshit, because none of this shit is really real. People put shit out that they want you to see, including me, right? I put on my page what I want you to see, right? Most of us do. But it infuriates me to my core that my children have to go through something because of a bitter mother. Like, I'm done with all of the bitterness, all of, like, you can keep that.
Low key, I'm telling you, they've probably been toying with, hey, if I got the kids full time, how would you feel? If I were this lady, I would be like, just have your antennas up, because these two are the type to try to displace kids.
That over there, let's get this done in court so we can continue to move on with our lives.
Well, one thing I do know about you is you keep all receipts. So even for that other shit y'all talking about,
I keep receipts on that too. I'm answering questions. I'm just waiting on them to come in.
He's
like
plotting.
I said,
Absolutely.
I don't even know how to do live because I don't go live.
Come on, Christian, you're over here dropping receipts. I didn't even know how to do that, and I go live every day. You showing me something on how to display the receipts on a live stream on your telephone. Okay, come on now, stop playing. He was over there. He showed us about 5 receipts from his phone.
Live, but if you're just now joining the live, like I said, we normally do this on YouTube, and I will film something for YouTube and drop it as well, because we have kind of a different audience over there. But if you're just now joining, we are covering what's all over the internet involving my children's mother saying that I haven't paid a dime to her, and also being a deadbeat dad.
No, more specifically that you haven't paid child support when there's no child support order, because she won't do what the hell she's supposed to do. And the court date keeps getting continued.
And I can guarantee you that I was giving her more money, because I showed you guys screenshots of just an invoice. Like I said, I was sending $400 or $500 here and there, Cash App, Apple Pay, whatever. So maybe around $2,800 to $3,000 a month. For then, before I was instructed by an attorney to not send payments. This was when I was consulting with an attorney. They said specifically, when you hire legal counsel, you listen to legal counsel. I don't know what child support is. I don't know how the process goes, so I'm going to listen to a legal counsel.
Don't you have another son? How is it that you are ignorant to this process when this is your number 2 and number 3 child? You got another child, don't you? How is it you don't know how this works? You're an experienced dad. You got 2 baby mamas. What is you talking about?
So the quicker we can get this going,
and baby,
the quicker everyone's at peace.
You need to drop the receipts of how the lady keeps saying, "Oh, it's continue. Oh, you don't have court."
I'm gonna drop them on our YouTube. It's a ton of them because I don't want to pause the live. I showed them screenshots of what I had on my phone. Like I screenshotted stuff specifically for me and the interaction and the me and my kid's mom. But I will drop receipts on our YouTube when it comes to the actual attorney general sending me multiple since October of not even October of last year, October of 2023. Continuation. And then June of last year comes, she sends, "Hey, let's cease this. We no longer want to pursue this. Here's a notarized document. We're done. I don't want to do this anymore." And then you refile again for child support. It's too much ping pong.
Nightmare.
If you listen to me clearly, when I said the lady, I was not referring to the mother of my kids. See, that's the thing about people on social media. You don't listen. You see something or you hear something and you go with that. That's the first thing you do. I said the lady.
She's asking a damn question. I mean, he's a hothead. That's what's gotten him in trouble over the years anyway.
Meaning the attorney. We're not talking about the mother of my kids anymore. We're talking about the attorney now. That's continuing to send.
How about just let me clarify? Look, he's got the look of crazy in his eyes. He's a crazy man. Do you imagine making him mad? That's why his ass had a 10-year sentence. He's a hothead.
Continuation, right? So like you guys gotta listen. You gotta look. And you have to think.
No, because
y'all allow you guys allow social media and the opinions of others in the comments to think for you. So you see a comment and then you get fueled off that comment. And a lot of us have comment parties where we're just going in the comments and scrolling and we're allowing our opinion to be based off someone else's comment when you don't even think for yourself. Yes, Jen's been around my kids more than one time. Everything was golden before we got married. When we got married, it's like the same situation that Jen is going through with her castmate. Before we got married, it was like, oh, we don't think it's going to happen. Everything's good, right? The mother of my kids actually called me and congratulated me on my engagement, on our engagement. A few weeks later, it's back to the same thing, back to square one. Oh, you ain't shit. You ain't doing, like, you got to pick a side and stay on that side. For the sake of the children, because we don't matter.
No, I think it's okay to be. You know what? Today I'm pissed. Today I'm mad, and maybe she's mad at herself that she, allowed herself to get caught out there slipping and had 2 babies by a guy who wasn't going to do her right. So she has every right to be pissed because she is rearing 2 children on her own, and even though $2,000 and $3,000 is probably not enough for her to run a household. It was money for her to be able to make some things happen. And then now you cut off the money that you were sending, which I'm sure did help. And now she's not getting anything. I'd be pissed too. Raising 2 kids back to back is not easy. And also to have the money and have a job and have a life. You cut her off of a considerable amount of money that was part of her income.
Terrell.
Terrell on the line.
Terrell said, I heard you hit on FanDuel. I hope. Yes, CC Love, it was about the wedding. I believe, because that's when things really start to hit the fan with not only the mother of my kids, but also, no, I don't call her baby mama. That's ghetto. Like, it's the mother of my children. And when we got married, things took a turn with not just the mother of my kids, but with other people, which you guys can see clearly online. Because the person
you can see every Monday night at 8 o'clock on VH1.
The castmate we're referring to was actually crying and fanning herself out, which I also have a video of at the engagement. But right after engagement, it's everybody hates Christian. I don't give a damn if you hate me or not. I'm not here to impress you. I'm not here to impress 55,000 followers on social media. I'm here to put every post I put out, I do it for myself. I don't do it for you. You see my bio, ain't no filter here. It ain't no filter here. I don't give a fuck what you say about me. I don't give a fuck what you think. Hence, 0 fucks. I don't care. Where's your child support payment receipt? I'm actually not going to answer your question. There's no child support order. You a basketball wife, bro. You love the attention. And clearly...
Stop it. I love it. Oh my God. That's an excellent comment. Good job, whoever said that.
You do too. Corner store Poppy. I throw block parties every day. Try to follow me from another page, partner. See you soon.
He said you're a basketball wife.
I mean, why?
Oh my God.
It's at a certain point, you do have to defend yourself. It's like, you take the high road and you're like, all right, let them have it. Social media was the worst thing that could have been done for some of y'all. And also microphones, because all of y'all don't deserve to have a damn podcast.
Jen, where would you be without social media? Okay. Jen, please stop. Stop trying to distance yourself from social media when if it was not for social media, baby, you would not even be sitting there. You wouldn't be sitting with that man right now. Okay? Girl, you got to stop it.
Podcast over there talking about a bunch of nonsense. Like, microphones were the worst thing that Amazon could have started selling to some of y'all. But at some point, you do have to say, you know what? I know this light is like shining so bright. You do have to say, I'm going to defend, because you can't just let people just keep saying anything. And
if you were cutting a check every month, I'm sure the lady would actually be quiet. And maybe let you see them once a month. I don't even know. But at the end of the day, you're not sending any money. So, and then you've got this wife who is talking at me through the computer. I don't even know this woman. You know what? If I were this lady, Natalia, I would let these 2 clowns keep talking and not even respond to them. Let them keep talking. Let them keep getting mad and use all of this when I talk to the judge that these 2 are very unstable, but the kids still need money. And, I want supervised visits because this lady is over 50 or she's 50 years old and she has never taken care of children. And I really don't know if she can handle my 2 very active children. And the father is a hothead and go look at his criminal background. And so, I don't want to deny them, but I need for there to be like supervised visits and I need him to get caught up on his child support ASAP.
It's good to take the high road, but with this situation, I support you doing this because it's like enough is enough.
And like I said,
Jen, go to bed.
for those
Go lay down.
follow me. I don't get on. I don't think I've been live since like pandemic.
That's not true. You were just live on YouTube. You were live a week ago on YouTube cussing out Evelyn. We just haven't gotten to that video yet, but we will tomorrow.
I went. Unc said unlock the door, babe.
Oh.
I went live.
Here comes
Last time I
loudmouth
went live is
auntie.
when I was in network marketing.
Auntie coming.
That was the only time I went live. I don't go live.
He's live now
'cause I don't
again.
really
Hold on a
do
second. Let me
social
open
media
up
like
another
that.
browser.
I get on here when I want to get on here, and that's it.
Is he live on YouTube or live on Instagram?
I do. So to answer the question of the person that asked, do you take care of your children or no?
I can't
Maybe
run it
they've
on
been the
YouTube.
live.
Were you? Well, maybe I'm gonna give you a break.
Maybe they just jumped on.
I was sent the
Maybe
cease
he's
and
doing his
desist. If
receipt.
you were sent the cease and desist, would you respond or no? Because I'm not the man to harass. I'm not the man to stalk. You send me a cease and desist and say I'll see you in court, then I'll see you in court. I'm not chasing this no more. I've actually tried to chase it. Like, yo, let's get this. Let's meet up in person. Let's get this figured out. While I was sending money every single month, a substantial amount. I know kids' mothers personally that don't get nearly $3,000 a month for two children that are not in school. Do I want my kids here with me? Most fucking definitely.
You see?
Of course.
You see? He's gonna try and take the kids. We would. I couldn't deal with this dude. No, ma'am. You're not gonna have my kids over there with that lady. Having her posting up with my babies. Hell to the no.
It says sometimes you gotta pop out and show them.
You see, him and Jen. You see what I'm saying? That lady Natalia, she better watch out, because even though I'm not saying that it can happen, because I don't know what these two have up their sleeve, but they are that type. They're that type. And Jen, Jen is so thirsty for this man. Stop playing, Jen.
These are the most dumbest questions in America. I know. But like I said, it's social media, and some of these people in here are trolls anyway. So you got to let a troll be a troll. You only get $400 a month. Wow. Is this 400 for one child, or is this 400 for is this child in school? How does because at the end of the day, this is a conversation now. You said you don't get support, no help, and just want custody. And if you don't show up, the judge can't order anything. Well, where I am, if you don't show up, you get a warrant for your arrest.
Exactly.
So the whole thing about, he skipped 2 court dates.
Exactly.
That where we at is different. I don't know what state and what city you live in, but I promise you, Black, white, Hispanic, Asian, if you don't show up for court, your ass is going to get arrested. It's point blank, period. You were getting $500 a month for 3 kids. I was sending $22 plus $100 a month before a child support order, and I still don't have an order. Now, let me ask you something about that document.
Now let Aunt come on.
Hold on. Let me ask you something about that document. The document that I posted. Let's put 2 and 2 together, and I'm gonna show the back of it. I'm not gonna show the front of it. The document that I put up on 6.
All right, hold on a second. Let me just put a cover, because he's showing this lady's ID and all kinds of mess, and I don't know what he's trying to play, but he was over here trying to make a thing out of not doxing people, but I don't.
6/18/2024.
Let him talk.
6/18/2024. This document says,
Mr. I don't know how to go live, but you know how to put up exhibits, okay?
just to summarize, I will no longer be pursuing this case and will ask again that all action cease. Please see first personal driver's license attached to this email for identification. This was sent on 6/18/24. Previous to this, what you guys saw on this live, I was sending her $2,200 plus a month. Why would she send this document if I wasn't providing financially for them? And this was still with her saying, oh, you can see them. I'm still having to reach out and say, hey, can I see them? Can I get them this weekend? Can I get them? Like, it was still me having to reach out. Okay. Okay. Yo, he's coming.
I wonder, is she okay with him? He said that that's not her address anymore, but I'm sure that might still be her driver's license number. Like, that's ridiculous that you're showing that.
So yes, I'm breaking silence. Because honestly, a lot of the times when I see the
yeah, I saw that, and when I noticed what it was, girl, I covered up the screen because I'm just like, sir, what are you doing? Girl, what are you doing? The minute I saw it was an ID, I was like, ooh, let me cover that.
Bullshit on social media.
Ridiculous.
I sit back and I just shake my head. I'm just like, yo. And the weirdest shit about all this is why Black people stay down, because Black is, when you go on the Shade Room, when you go on Neighborhood Talk, you go on Spiritual, I don't follow. You can look at my page.
But your wife, look, I'm not going to say she's part of the problem, but at the end of the day, she contributes. Her program is not necessarily all it's not peaches and cream and positive. Okay. I like Basketball Wives. Don't get me wrong. But at the end of the day, I just hate how people get on this soapbox and try to blame. Like, sir, what are you talking about? You wouldn't even be with this woman that you're with if she hadn't collected the coins from being on a reality show. Are you kidding me? So you want to blame social media, which social media is what made this lady have the bank account that she has to be able to attract a nice wife like you.
Now I don't follow any.
Okay.
I follow things that can feed me so I can soar. It's sad because all of the comments are Black people going back and forth with Black people.
Oh my God. It's another Black
and wonder why we
hater.
Can't thrive as
a Black man who hates Black people. Oh my God. Oh, Jen, congratulations, baby. Nobody wanted him any,
or whatever you want to call it. This shit today that I'm talking about with the mother of my children was sent to me. I didn't go fish for it. I don't follow blogs, so I didn't see it. It was sent to me, and I said, all right, cool, I'm gonna break the silence. It's time to break the silence now. We're no longer talking about this. And of course, when you're in the spotlight, when you're on TV or whatever it is, I'm on TV to support my wife. I can tell you, I don't give a damn how many producers, executives are on this fucking live. How many times have y'all called me and I'm like, yo, I'm not filming? Because I don't do all that bullshit. All that shit is all that salacious shit that y'all want to put out on it and to chastise a Black man and make me look like a villain. I never wanted to do it. But I did it because my wife is really the one with the storyline. When we're talking about her and this Evelyn, she's the one with the real storyline. So of course I'm going to show up, and I'm looking at things for the future, and I'm saying, okay, what is the next step for my wife to get off of Basketball Wives for us to go into something different? Maybe like get our own show. Welcome my uncle to the live, man. Oh, you gotta get out. Oh, let me see. That sun is beaming, man. Mm-hmm. So this is the uncle. See, this is what we got support pulling up. But my uncle, he was saying that he was there with me. This is who was there because he actually went through the process. And uncle, if you want to explain what you went through, you can.
Yo, I apologize. I had to use the restroom real quick, you know.
Oh my God. Don't talk about bathroom on the live, please. We don't really need to hear about bathroom, sir. We were good on that, okay?
Get your prostates checked if you're over 50. So I was in the marriage for a long time, and you know, it's a little different when you got kids. You got to go through some things, and when my nephew had his little situation, I was there, try to be there for him. So try to just help him going through the process. It's a little different in Georgia. And for all of you guys in the comments that don't seem to understand, Georgia law is a lot different.
So it sounds like they still have the active child support case in Georgia. I don't know if she's trying to get her case transferred to Baltimore, but or to Maryland specifically, but they have a case in Georgia.
I just want to. We try to be there just to support, and y'all in the comments, y'all. I don't know why you guys don't seem to understand things. It's just wild to me, some of the stuff y'all are saying. But I get it. Y'all, some of y'all just want to just cause drama, as much drama as you possibly can. For a Christian, it's just sad that he has to even be on here explaining himself, first of all. And for his baby mama, I just wish that you would just stop letting the wrong people guide you in the wrong way, because you could have been done with this a long time ago. And I know you know who I am because you've seen me in the courtroom with him multiple times. And we trying to deal with this and get this done. And I don't know why you just won't get this done. You could have had your child support checks. And why you won't let him see his kids, I don't know why you won't let him see his kids.
Because I got to see some.
Didn't didn't he ask you to talk about your experience? Why are you starting to low-key drag the mother of your great niece and nephew? What is going on here?
Desist.
Right.
I got it because I'm abiding by a cease and desist. I'm actually following the law.
Right. He's following what he's been told to do. And it's really unfortunate. He should have had his kids for Christmas and the holidays, and people saying why he ain't got his kids and all that other stuff. Now y'all know it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
Jen, shut up.
The same thing. And what's wild is when I went through it and my kids ended up coming to live with me, and I ended up getting full custody of my kids at different times, at different stages of their life and at different ages. And I ended up with all three of my kids at some point.
You see what I'm saying? I'm not trying to put that out into the ether, but baby, that's why you got to be so careful. I'm sure somebody out there who's going to hear this knows exactly what I'm talking about and may have had someone try to flip the script on them. These men, these real feminine, sensitive bums who get out here, make babies, walk away, they for some reason think they can be mom and dad, okay, because they don't want to pay child support. And then they start fixing their lips to start the dialogue about, well, maybe the kids should come live with me. What in the hell is wrong with you?
So he's going to go through the same thing. And a lot of men out here go through.
The minute Jen leaves him and he doesn't have a coin, he's going to want to like work things out. Like, hey, can we co-parent? He thinks he's real cute right now because he's got Jen and he's got Jen's pocket. But once everything falls apart with Jen and he has to take care of these little babies and do all of the things, then it's going to be a problem.
The same thing that he's going through, same thing I've been through. So it is what it is. But it's unfortunate. She's listening to the wrong people. And some of y'all know who some of those people are. Whoever put her up to this latest craziness, shame on you. You know who you are. Shame on you. Because that's what it is. I don't know why people doing what they doing. And I don't know why, baby mama, why you listening to these people. Because they sending you they sending you in the wrong direction. You could have been done with this a long time ago. It's crazy because we don't even know where you are. And when the judge asked you where you were, it was mighty funny because he didn't even know where you were. And the case almost got dismissed that day because the judge almost said out loud that they didn't have jurisdiction over it. So let that be known too. So you're lucky that the child support case is still even ongoing in the state of Georgia, because it might not even be there still, might not even be here still. So you're lucky that it's even going on still. You might have had to refile wherever you're at right now. So you're lucky. You're lucky. It's a shame that Christians even having to come out and say all this and make this public even today. So you should just stop with the bullshit and go ahead and get it over with. Get your money so you can move on and try to be happy with your own life and make your own life. That's what you need to do.
And Evelyn, if you're looking for another storyline for next season, look elsewhere, please. Now I'm talking to you because since you don't want to see me face to face, now I'm talking to you. So I don't give a fuck about what the network say.
Oh, she's gonna go run to the network.
Go ahead and go to the Suits. Go ahead and develop. You're developing another storyline because this season, and I'm not gonna spill what goes on for the rest of the show because that's for you to find out. But for what's going on for the first 3 episodes, it's been Christian and Jennifer, Christian and Jennifer, Christian and Jennifer. What about your own life?
She ain't got nothing going on.
Ooh.
Someone said stop. You said before I block you real quick, mother me, stop co-signing this BS, Unc.
Man,
Let me block you too.
People crazy, man.
I promise you, I can't. I throw block parties.
These people must think those grown people are not with the shits. First of all, Unc and Auntie are about the same age as Jennifer. Jennifer is only a few years younger than his mother. Okay, can we talk about that? Stop.
Every day. I throw block. I don't because I don't do drama. I throw block parties every day on this profile.
Evelyn knows she crazy. You keep my wife's name out your mouth, she gonna pull up on you.
You asked her to pull up. She pulled up, and then you went to the Suits. So this ain't got nothing to do with my wife. I'm talking to you. Since you don't want to see me in LA, you didn't want to see me in Vegas. You don't want to be confronted. So I can talk and share my side of the story.
About fake ass Kiki.
It's very ghetto.
No, I'm not too aggressive a woman. I know how to approach a woman. I never said I was going to put my hands on anybody. If anybody, I'm the fucking victim. I spoke about this.
He's the lady. He's accusing Natalia of domestic violence.
Find another storyline. Find something else to talk about. It's very obsessive at this point.
Why everybody always say
and now the people that can think for themselves, the people that don't need the comments to think for them, they're starting to catch on to it. It was hey brother this, hey brother that until we got married. The reality set in. Maybe the reality set in. I don't know. This is not aggression. It's me speaking with conviction. It's me fed the fuck up, and it's me speaking out now. That's what you're seeing from me. You poke a person too many times, and this is what you're gonna see.
Okay. Okie dokie.
That's why I asked him to come to that kind of party. She gonna get top of the
Auntie, would you like to grace the live for a second?
Auntie.
Let me give you front row.
This is a mess.
I just want to make it clear.
She looked like she smokes hella cigarettes. Okay. She looks like she can throw back a good couple of drinks and smoke, go sit out on the porch, go to the back of the deck and get right into her cigarettes and be talking shit the whole night. Okay.
I've had a rough
I know the
day
type.
because I wasn't
Okay.
feeling well, but when I hear this stuff, I get in my car and nothing keeps me from coming. I want to say this. We have been here with Christian every step of the way, the child support, the abandonment, and everything like that. Unfortunately, he has been put up, these things just won't stop. It's sad when I can't even just be at home, not feeling well, to have to get up and come and check on my nephew and my niece because the drama just won't stop. Evelyn started this. She called me a cunt because she said my nephew was scamming people, this and whatever. She told me to pull up. I stayed in LA.
She called me a cunt
For 5.5 weeks until the fire started. And she never gave an address. She never came to address me. She doesn't want to confront me. She doesn't want to say any of this stuff. So all I'm saying is this. I understand how it works, the editing and all this kind of and everything. That's all fine and good. That is whatever. But we told Christian today, you have to say something, because he's just like, whatever. I don't care. They're gonna say what they want to say. But today is the time that he had to speak up. He had to go live. Okay. Why don't you talk about what's going on in your house? Like, your baby daddy, go pay his artists. He owe his artists. Don't he his failed record company? Like, dude, don't you owe Meg? Don't you owe these people? Go pay these people. Won't she worry about that? Like, your daughter is living in the house with you. Y'all don't get no financial support because all his checks going to BMI. Why don't you talk about these kind of things? Like, I don't know. You're so invested in what Jen and Christian got going on, but you don't want to talk about the things that's going on in your household.
Or you don't want nobody else to talk about the things.
Yeah. You say I shouldn't talk about your daughter. The game has fucked you and your daughter. Okay. Right. They got pictures where you and Tiffany and Shawnee and your daughter is all there while you was pregnant. But then your daughter go and fuck the same dude you didn't fuck who y'all friends. Like, he done ran a train on y'all at this point. You know, I'm just saying, like, don't your baby daddy owe people's money, drown in his goddamn pool? He got sued for that. It's a lot of topics that we could talk about. Bitch, Evelyn, you was pregnant with Carl's child at the same time his own daughter was just 5 months old. Bitch, do the math. Talk about that. He was with his ex while you was pregnant.
And you see Jen just walking around that. Like, I'm going to just.
There's so much other shit that you could be talking about.
Let me go fold these clothes.
Jen, Christian and this girl was broken up before he even got with Jen. But you around here fucking a nigga who got a wife. And his child 5 months, and his child 5 months, you 6 months pregnant. Bitch, can you add? But that's just who you are. You talk about you talk about everything, but let me tell you something, bitch. You go low, I'm going straight to hell. I can give a fuck. I don't care. I don't fucking care. I don't give a fuck. We can do this shit all day long. Play hard and get motherfucking played, bitch. And I'm telling you, it's on. Stop with the bullshit. Stop with the teasing and trying to throw shit out there to my. You want to motherfucking post court lawsuits and shit, bitch, post Jason Young and Priscilla's motherfucking lawsuit. Your daughter was fucking him while he was sexually assaulting another motherfucking woman at a goddamn concert. And bitch, I got all the receipts from that too. Okay? So talk about that shit. Cause I ain't got to put no motherfucking makeup on. I ain't got to put shit on, bitch. I'm greased up and ready anytime that you want to go. I'm here for it.
And look at husband behind her. Okay. So you two are grown. You two are supposed to be the voice of reason, auntie and unc, even though y'all the same age as Jennifer. Let's just be real. Because they're just in their 50s. Okay. And what? This is not cute. This is not sophisticated. This is not anything but ghetto. And I'm here for it. I mean, y'all, we're watching. But at the end of the day, it's still not cute.
So I'm just letting you know, we can go anytime you want to. We can go. We can do this. You tease Natalia motherfucking head up and the bitch want to go live and go to TikTok and make videos or whatever like that. Natalia, tell the fucking truth. Tell how you gonna turn your motherfucking financials in. In the state of Georgia, they base it off the mother and the father's goddamn income. They can't do shit if they don't have a fucking income. Bitch, if you unemployed, just say you're unemployed and they'll base it off of minimum wage. If that's the case, you're unemployed. Right. And they will base it off you can get your child support if you unemployed. Right. But at the same time, he will get visitation of his kids. Right. And when he get visitation of his kids gonna be over here wearing Chanel. Right. And Hermes, okay? Because it ain't gonna stop. Right. So just turn your fucking financials in, okay? So that we can get and move past this. Trash. Christian is not my son. Christian is my nephew.
Keep going. You good.
Christian is my nephew. He's not my son. And we ain't never weathered. It ain't never been a storm that we ain't weathered and we ain't came out okay. So we good. It's just this live just happened to reference a lot of the bullshit that's going on out there.
Yeah.
Jennifer's just happy she got somebody who could read a little bit. You know, they're like, get Auntie, because you know Jen can't read. So Auntie came over to come bring the noise and shut it down, get it, you know, get the live popping.
Because we know where it's coming from.
Yes, we know where it's coming from and stuff like that. So it just happened to reference a lot of the things that's going on and being said because it just finally got enough. And I've been telling him, you address this shit, address it. But he just like to take the high road. He wants to always take the high road.
Well, he shared another receipt
because he's a man and he don't have to be in bitch bullshit. But he's a man and he handles what he needs to do in front of his kids as far as his kids, and he's been trying to. But on the other hand, with Evelyn, I got that bitch.
Okay, she just walked off. She's like, oh, well, okay. All right.
Drop the mic, exit stage right.
Auntie said she was in bed resting.
If there are any fathers on this live,
oh God,
that are going through the same thing, and you've been wanting to speak out about it, and you haven't, speak out. You don't got to go back and forth. This will be my one and only live about this.
I don't believe that.
Whatever she bites back with, she can.
Whatever she bites back with.
But this will be my one and only live. To say what I have to say, get it off my chest. Nah, ain't nobody taking my battles. I spoke what I spoke. I don't know if you've been on this live for the past hour, but I spoke what I spoke. Ain't nobody carrying my battles.
Oh, okay.
See that you don't know the difference between a hater and support. We got that's what support looks like.
That's what family look like.
Evidently, Love Shauna, you weren't on the live because she's got plenty of money from me. And I showed screenshots of that.
Well, I think you can wrap it up, babe, because they're just talking about the same shit.
One, two, three, blocked. Find me from another page.
What is that?
No, this is just showing back and forth of one week or one day you good and the next week you hate me. So yeah, they do carry the best parts of me. I love my children. I don't have to convince anyone that I do. Prayerfully that this thing ceases and it goes through as soon as possible so we can continue to shower them with love. And I want my children to experience an amazing life. I want them to travel. I want them to see the world. I want them to be go to different cultures and experience culture shocks. I want them to experience all that, right? But the thing is,
I mean, you would not be taking my kids out the country. You can run them all up and down the United States if you want to, but you cannot take them out the country. So that would be the next battle. Just because you get some visitation doesn't mean you can go run them to Spain.
We can only control what we can control. But at the end of the day, that's it. This is my first and my final reply. I'm not, because I don't do the back and forth. Like I said what I said. I'll leave this up, right? I will leave this up on my page. For the people that didn't see it, you can revisit it. Share it to Neighborhood Talk, Shade Room. I don't care who you share it with. But like I said, my voice was heard and I'm out. This was sent on.
Okay, hold on. Oh, is this the same? Hold on a second, guys. Okay.
6/18/24.
I think it goes back to. Okay, I think that's it.
Previous previous to this, what you guys saw on this live, I was sending her 2,200.
Okay, that it rolled back to the beginning. So that's it. Sir's a mess. And when he said I don't go live, I'm gonna show you guys this if you want to talk about this one tomorrow. They focused a little bit more on Evelyn, and she said something about, where is it? Hold on. Oh, they're live now on their channel. Okay. Are they live? Yes. Okay. Huh, that's funny. Okay, recap our side of the story. The basketball was so they're recapping. Oh God. Y'all, I'm not gonna, okay, let me just flash what's going on here. Okay. They look like a family in crisis, okay? Like, baby, this is what they got going on. So they're live. And how long have they been live? They've been live for 16 minutes. Good for them. We'll check it out tomorrow. I'm going to go make sure they don't, if they decide to take it down or whatever, we'll get it and we will keep you up to date on this developing story because they are crashing out on the internet. And I'm here for it. Okay. Life with Jen and CG. If you're gonna go tune in. Let's go see what they have to say. I'm gonna go and capture what we need captured so we can talk about it on tomorrow, just in case they want to take this, because they're good for taking down a video. So anyway, you guys have a wonderful evening. I'm so glad you guys came through. If you're new here, subscribe so next time I go live, post a video, do all of the things, you will be notified immediately. Jen and CG are in the process of crashing out, and we're here to cover that story. Okay. All right, guys. You guys have a wonderful evening. I'll see y'all in the bushes. I'm getting ready to go over in the bushes with you guys. So save me a seat. I'll be in the bushes and then we'll talk about it tomorrow. Okay. Y'all have a good night. Okay. Look, hold on a second. Let me show. Crashing out right now. Crash out. Crash out. Ooh. Jen's girl. Crash out. Okay. I'll see y'all in the bushes. Bye, guys.